Okay, so basically, what we're going to be going over is the brief for tomorrow's mission, the step off mission for Operation Steel Venom. The dissemination of the actual document it will be pushed out to you guys properly um, at a future date. Um, Unfortunately, all we can do right now is read it to you, so pay close attention. If you need to ask any questions, obviously, we'll be glad to go back and make sure you guys are good to go. So the situation, the Republic of Kyrgyzstan army is struggling to maintain a hold on their country and is in dire need of assistance. KNG militants have seized most of the northern and northwest mountainous regions of Kyrgyzstan, and the ROK have been tirelessly fighting the KNG since their country's near collapse in 2021. Although they have the adequate equipment and personnel to be a capable fighting force, they struggle to gain and defend their territory due to the disorganization and corruption of the government. Iran's influence on the KNG as a proxy force has captured JSOC's attention in the interest of preserving democracy within Kyrgyzstan. KNG must not be allowed to develop a foothold and drive the RK out. Okay. So the mission for tomorrow, the overall mission set. The objective is to infiltrate Kyrgyzstan and move to designated safe house, codenamed Snake Den, in order to establish base of operation for Viper 1-1 inside of the country, inside Kyrgyzstan. Butler, go ahead and.
Yeah, it's pretty short, straight to the point, boys. So next we're going over the region breakdown. Key terrain, what we're gonna be dealing with while we're on mission. So the region of Kyrgyzstan is a mountainous region nestled in between Iran and Afghanistan, along with Old Silk Road evacuated by the U.S. personnel 10 years prior to this operation's execution. Iran borders to the west, and Afghanistan spills over from the east. The population resembles an odd mix of Iran Afghan values, with Iran favoring the mountainous regions and Afghan influence driving the eastern region. The landscape was shaped during the Soviet Afghan War of '79, where Russia utilized Kyrgyzstan as a staging point for operations in Afghanistan. When the situation became untenable, Russia pulled out, leaving munitions behind for the ROK to scrounge up. Most of the ROK forces were instructed by Western commanders, particularly the American/French forces, as an aid to warfare strategy and logistics. Due to manpower constraints, the ROK have regulated their mechanized battalions to a defensive posture, requiring more boots on ground to bolster any offensive actions. The United Nations established an embassy within the northern capital town of Kalinui to maintain formal relations with the country. But due to mounting unrest from KNG attacks, the embassy may not last long. VBIED attacks and guerrilla combat have surfaced for years, and the ROK managed to hold the KNG forces back. But now supplies, ammunition, and quality soldiers are waning. Um, that's the region breakdown. Next, we're going over the overall government. Kyrgyzstan is governed with local justice, a high degree of vigilantism, and tribal honor. It is very likely that should hostile act be committed within or around a village, an elder may become defensive against anything in the immediate AO. Bear in mind, these civilians do not necessarily support the United States. ROK controlled cities have more military patrols and standard democratic procedures established similar to Western countries. Albeit if not adhered to, nevertheless, the code or local law seems to reign supreme in just about every city. So it would behoove SFODD to proceed with extreme caution in every location. But before you read the next part, Stone, is there any questions or anything about the region or the government? I'm sorry if any of you put a queue up in the side chat. I didn't see it.
No, sir.
Negative.
No comments, questions, concerns. All right, Stone, go ahead.
Force distribution. The ROK forces currently hold the southern Kinduf airfield as the main staging point for any operations in the region. So that's our friendly forces, right? But the capital city is far out of reach for them to maintain on the western mountain regions. So it's just pretty much impossible for them to fucking keep a hold on that main area. The region has basically been cut out in half down the middle, where the northern region is contested and the southern region is controlled by ROK forces. There are approximately 3 settlements per zone of interest within a 10-mile radius of the center point of each square. In the southern hemisphere, all settlements are friendly. They believe in Pashtuwali, or the code of good behavior, unless enemy forces will infiltrate them. Thus, KLEs will be fruitful for the SFOD. In the northern hemisphere, all settlements are considered contested, do not believe in Pashtuwali or anything like that, and are either under the reigning control of a warlord or KNG group, if marked in red, or support for the ROK is waning if marked green. KLEs will be extremely important to maintain ROK's influence over the northern region in order to prevent KNG radicalism from spreading. Settlement will have a village elder, a quote-unquote lieutenant or second-hand man, and one basically NPC of interest that could provide valuable intel from a KLE if engaged in conversation. So that's just to keep an eye out for that main NPC or main village elder. The enemy goal is basically power and greed in the pursuit of what they see as true, radical Iranian-Afghan culture fusion. Buller, do you want to kick the faction breakdown?
Yeah. Is there any comments, questions, concerns pertaining to the force distribution?
No, sir.
Negative.
Nothing. All right. All right. Faction breakdown. So, Blue 4, the colonel, he goes by Colonel Saeed Yaftali. He's the ROK commander. His 2IC is Bizad Kalmadi, Lieutenant Colonel Bizad Kalmadi. The AOR commander, it would be Captain Jabir Al Ali. The infantry platoon leader will be Lieutenant Bashir Mahmoud, and be dealing with United Nations Embassy Security Forces as well.
Buller, you might.
Oh, hello.
You're good now.
I'm good. Okay.
Yep.
Is there anything that you guys didn't catch?
CJ,
You say
got a
something,
question?
you win. That's all. That's the last part I heard.
United Nations. We're gonna be dealing with United Nations Embassy Security Forces as well. Be part of the Blue 4.
Hey, I'm sorry, I got late to the party here real quick. Pashtun or Persian primary language up north?
Oh, Pashtun. Anything else from anybody? Nothing. All right. Red 4. So the main guy, Abu Yusuf Khalid Hassan, codename Sheikh. He's the KNG militant leader. His 2IC is Muhammad Basori Al Nasir, and he has an unknown amount of lieutenants. That's got to be one of the main things we'll be looking for on this deployment. Neutral will be local warlords and village militia. Allegiances are unknown at this time. But other than that, that concludes the briefing, boys. Again, if you guys have any comments, questions, concerns, go ahead and stand up.
Yeah, I got a couple questions for you then. So for the threat guys, modern air defense weapons, any? Manpads, 23 millimeter, anything like that?
Expect at least Cold War air, IGLAs and Stingers or something.
Okay. They got any ranged weapons, mortars, artillery that can range our airfield?
Possibly unknown at this time.
Okay. Thanks.
Do you know which generation of Eagla that is, or just
Hold on,
category?
Frost. CJ, go ahead.
Thank you. Any friendly QRFs or friendly forces that may be assisting?
We'll be working with-
Outside of the ROK or United Embassy Security Forces, negative.
All right, Roger. I'm just asking, will either of those two elements be able to actually respond if we require it?
It depends on what our mission is for this first mission. No.
Roger
Frost, what were we asking?
Yeah, I was saying for those Eagla man pads, do you know which generation it is, or just all categories?
Unknown.
Cool.
So we're kind of going in on the dark on this one, boys. We'll have to try to get the intel through our eyes. Any more questions?
Does the 2IC have a code name?
Negative.
Overall weather conditions.
On time of the month we're going in, expected to be mainly hot, dry, humid.
Got it. Thank you.
Obviously, it's
Can you-
desert climate, so temperature drops at night. Go ahead, Romero. Sorry.
Can you repeat the overall mission statement, like the COA or like our course of action? Like what's our end goal for this deployment, for this operation?
Yeah, that was in the previous brief. Let me go ahead and pull that up because it's in this one.
Yeah, 6. Just to clarify again, it's gonna be in July. It's gonna be clear skies, and it's gonna be hot.
Thank you.
Roger. So, excuse me, by clear skies, we mean full moons every night or whenever the moon phase is?
Yes, expect the overcast here and there.
Color, do you have a quicker link to it? Maybe you can pre-post or repost it in Task Force Lounge because I can't find it.
All right. So, overall mission and the whole overall goal upon completion of this deployment, to disrupt terrorist and insurgent cells, kill/capture insurgent leaders, and restabilize the Republic of Kyrgyzstan government control of the country.
Okay.
Answer your questions, Romero?
Yeah. Yep.
Anybody else got anything? Nothing from team leaders, nothing from HQ?
Reposted. Thank you.
What's our method of infiltration for tomorrow?
This time unknown. We'll probably disseminate. We'll push that out by tonight, tomorrow morning.
I have one more question before we break up. Flight section would like to button hook somebody who can train us up on how the low-vis mod works, because we haven't gotten any training on that.
All right.
Refresher training on it.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, by the way, to answer your question, I think Hodges will be going in by vehicle on wheels.
Yeah, I'm just gonna answer this question right now. Basically, tomorrow everyone will spawn in the same place on the ground. We will move from kind of our staging point, which is on like the very edge of the map. We'll get in low vis, nondescript vehicles in small groups and push groups to the snake den, which is the A troop compound, or we'll have one vehicle that makes its way to the airfield, which will obviously contain the pilots. Once we're at the snake den and airfield respectively, and all groups are in position, we're going to do a KLE/low vis reconnaissance just of the general area. The pilots will operate on a IDAP humanitarian NGO basis, so they'll be flying around just trying to get eyes on high points, potential enemy fighting positions, ASRs, MSRs, yada yada. Okay, but as for tomorrow, most of the shit is kind of up in the air until we encounter it. But we will be going in, everyone together, and we will need to get the pilots to said airfield at a certain point. Other than that, that's all we got.
Cool.
All right.
Last question, is the snake den in friendly or hostile territory?
Friendly. Friendly territory, but we are still not supposed to be in the country, so it doesn't really matter.
So it could turn hostile if we're spotted.
Well, the ramifications are same but different. Right? U.S. forces in the country we're not supposed to be in equals U.S. retribution. Right? We're not there. The fucking the fucking local government forces just got super good at shooting all of a sudden.
Hey,
Um,
just for quick admin kind of thing, is there? I assume there's still going to be some form of arsenal at the locations.
Yeah.
'Cause we're,
Yeah.
'cause we're- okay, cool.
There will be, right? It's just kind of on you guys to keep your kit similar or the same as you go into country with, right? So if you didn't bring a fucking 240 Bravo with you, right, then I don't want to see a 240 Bravo pop up week 7.
We'll start calling you Fenders if you do.
Yeah.
No, I just we're gonna walk in wearing a man dress, but we're probably gonna be having to change the flight suits or something, even if there's
Yeah.
no U.S. markings.
Yeah. You guys will have an arsenal at the airfield. It'll all be kind of like there'll be an arsenal everywhere, right? It's just kind of more on you to hold some sort of consistency in your personal character,
right,
over time.
Can I ask about the weapon thing? You mentioned if you whatever weapons you bring in or the weapons you're going to have for the whole deployment, you guys keeping a list of your personal weapons?
So yes and no. I mean, basically the concept, right, is again same as the other thing, is try to be consistent. So if you showed up with a fucking M4, but you left with an SR16, and midway through the campaign you're fighting with a fucking Mark 18, right? Then
Gotcha.
shit, that's the most fucking versatile armorer I've ever, or flexible armorer I've ever encountered. Kind of, right? Like, pick a weapon, stick with it, right? One NATO, one OP4, or one Eastern Bloc, and that'll be that. Obviously, no one's gonna be like, "Oh shit, he's got a different weapon today," right? But at the same time, it'll be kind of like for you, it'll be like, "Hey, shit, next time I might actually consider and practice and train with the weapon that I like before going on deployment if I only have to use this weapon."
I got 2 questions.
Yep.
What's the timeline for when our unit equipment's supposed to show up?
So it's unknown. That's kind of dependent on when we can gain Premedy, at least in the AO, to where we can get, regular supply planes in there.
Okay.
I would guess a couple weeks.
Okay.
Right, but that really is kind of up to us. I would say a month. If things don't go super efficiently, but still get done, I would say 2 months if things don't get done and don't go efficiently.
Roger. All right. Second question is, when we're doing low vis ops, do we have a E&E plan in place for individuals that make it separated or cut off from the main element?
So there will be an E&E plan in place for every single mission, for every single operator or team, depending on what we're doing. Right. So there will always be hey, if for whatever reason you end up completely alone, this is where you go. Right. If you and 2 dudes end up alone, this is where you go. If you and your whole team end up separated, this is where the other teams will meet you. But that will all be established once we understand where is a safe place to be and where is an unsafe place to be. Tomorrow, we're going to kind of, if you guys come into contact for whatever reason on infill, you're going to basically get a random fucking compound to hole up in until we can get to you.
All right.
But as information kind of reveals itself, right, the contingency plans will become more and more clear. But yes, there will always be a contingency plan for we've been compromised at all times.
So tomorrow, pretty much infill, establish our fucking safe house, and then push out for KLE kind of area orientation.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Standard issue, just low vis. We're never there.
Yep.
Indias, you got anything else?
No, just overall good questions, boys. Some things definitely need to start adding to those briefings.
Anyone else?
Yeah, if I could talk to Dutch and King after we break.
Yeah. All right. No one has any questions. Yes. Cool. Get your battle rattle and get filed up at the edge of the hangar.
Inshallah.
Tell me
Do we
twice.
need to go get a
Also, who's going to stay here to help out the pilots with the low vis?
I'll do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick around anyways. I'll help him out.
Yeah, I don't know how to tie my shoes. Tie my shoes out.
Caller, thank you.
Can we
Kid?
can we haggle with the local arms dealer to get AKs?
No, Hodges.
Hey, settle down, partner.
Oh, we getting the
Battle
We're
rattle.
supposed to get. Is it over here or out front? I thought it was.
Fuck that, I got a Connex full of porn.
Red box.
Is
What's
that
that thing
it?
there?
No, this is the no. The red box is at the other field.
The equipment box
Okay.
right here. Thanks. You looking for the
Alright,
go
so
undercover
we-
box?
Yeah,
Get
aren't we
into the
supposed to
main
load up undercover?
It's right here.
Here it is.
Okay, thank you.
So do we,
gotta
just
get our
pick a
kits.
go undercover?
I try to hit a record.
You guys will not be going undercover just because you would probably undress on the plane and change over. So
Can you move, sir?
How does that even work?
That kind of plane, huh?
Hey, can you move? Thank you.
wear what you would be bringing, whatever you would. If I told you you had to pack for 2 days and you had to bring a bunch of shit, you'd carry as much on your actual person. So bring that.
Okay, so blue's not working.
I was going in that country for 2 days.
There we
I
go.
had one pair of underwear.
Gunner, why are you echoing?
Why are you echoing?
Yeah.
Am I?
Yeah.
Weird.
Let me check public. Okay, there we go.
Hold on.
What's he look? No. Well, that looks great.
Sums it up. It was in Discord.
Nobody seems to have a. Okay, never mind.
Ah.
What?
Bastard.
Started recording and unmuted.
I've been trying to do that and it won't let me. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's your best friend, by the way.
Which bag is it?
Shit, you guys are all on standard MC.
I'm only seeing like 10 or 12 backpacks.
Yep, it's
Yeah.
not on the list.
No, go to the other arsenal.
Right back.
More shit to know.
Okay.
Here I am, standing around in my underwear.
Hey, King, do I got time to switch to standard MC?
You would know.
Take you.
All right, where's the fucking clothes? At least I can put some clothes on, can I? Yeah. That looks
Hey,
pretty.
Nova, you're in the wrong line.
You're not even in the line.
I was standing in line.
Okay.
It's okay. Nova doesn't know his colors.
It's colorblind.
Should I stick
Okay.
you with the yellow or the red one?
Both.
That's what it sounds
I'd take Gunner for a ride, Nova.
radio and pistol and some ammo.
Bring that ass here, boy.
Bring that ass here, boy. You having fun over the spider?
It's okay. I'm cutting the section out anyways.
Also, I guess Stone's stay in the server. I guess after we get done with whatever we're doing, and then we'll finalize, I guess, kits for Indies.
Yeah.
Guess this
make your own line for sure.
Spider slowly pushing back to the back right for anybody else.
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
Someone's
Inch by inch.
First.
That'd be rich.
Like, I want my fucking snack. I want it now.
So that's what I don't understand. If there
What
is
does
an
that mean?
arsenal over there, we just dump this man dress and get on our arsenal and pick up our flight suits.
So what are we supposed to be doing right now?
I think right now
I love our pilot. I love our pilots.
They want to take a picture.
Well, let
Okay.
me find out from somebody.
Yeah, they want to take a
What the fuck is supposed to be going on right now?
What the fuck am I supposed to be doing?
So George is doing the equivalent of teaching your grandmother how to use email.
What do I do with my hands?
What is my
All right,
hands?
King, what do you want us to do?
Just make your own line and fall
us
in
to-
behind a troop.
Do you want us to wear this shit or
Yep,
regular
that's fine.
shit?
That's fine.
Okay.
Here, just
Oh,
come
yeah.
up. I'm gonna put a little circle on the ground over here for you.
Hello, my friend.
Yo.
Yo,
Stand by
Habibi.
Frank. He looks normal. No, Frank, you stand in the front. I look like an idiot.
Well, I'm not Frank, but I'll stand. I'll stand here.
Oh, you got them Frank glasses, so I thought that was you.
Oh yeah.
Chris, can you step up, so I can get
From the movie Airplane.
all right.
All right.
I give up.
We are
My name's
all
not
here.
Shirley.
So Alpha, you'll go ahead and walk us out. You're gonna go forward and then right to the end of the tarmac. You should see a C-130. Just go ahead and hold off to the side. Wait for everyone to get there, and then we'll load on and then log out. All right. Bravo follows Alpha. Charlie follows Bravo, and pilots follow fucking Charlie. Yes.
Copy.
Oh,
Yes,
sir.
Cool.
I did not hear that. What did he say?
It's
Just follow the dude in front of you.
Spider.
Wait.
Air assault.
Spider. Spider.
This is what I'm.
Thomas.
Oh, my
Thomas
God.
just falling behind Alpha.
Happy deployment, boys.
Go ahead.
Should
I
I
know
mention
this is
that I
gonna
don't
be a
see a
good
C-130?
Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Whatever.
C-130 is
King-
invisible.
Pretty sure
The
that's
latest
a
technology.
I'm not an expert in aircraft or anything, but
Well, so this is
you
the part
okay
where
with-
you're wrong, Bucko.
You okay?
That's a C-17 down there.
Yeah, right.
I was 17. And was
Okay,
C5.
for
But yeah,
The
C5
Lobe
is giant.
Master.
Fives are fuck huge bigger.
Huh.
Yeah. Still not a C-130.
I mean, it is bigger than a C-130.
Can it carry guns?
How come I'm walking faster than you?
no.
I can't.
Because you don't have a gun out.
What,
Yeah,
the
he's got his
C-17?
weapon.
I always
Oh.
have my gun out. You know what I'm saying?
What we wanted to do was put four 105s
That
on a
would've been fucking
C-17.
amazing, bro. Get
Jesus.
everyone from
Basically
Bravo and
2 and
Charlie
2
here.
and have like 16 gunners. So
Oh, that looks fucking
you just
sick.
never stop shooting.
And of course, you go behind us to see
I
the
wonder
fuck
if
up
it would
of
tear the aircraft in two.
Shush.
Shush.
All right, gentlemen. If anyone
guys
doesn't
don't
wanna
have a
be in this
bus or
unit,
nothing?
now is the time
What's
to
a
fucking
bus?
speak up.
Yeah, I want to go home.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of scared, I'm not gonna lie.
Not gonna lie.
15
How do I
packs?
get out of this chicken shit outfit?
Anybody?
Well, I mean, frag the commander, but that's
Anybody
probably
else
not a
got
good idea.
butterflies, bro?
We go to Chow.
Can we go to-
We get a chow.
I'm so
Crow.
hungry, Sorn.
All right,
Crow,
hey,
I'm
y'all
the
wanna
guy
make,
down
y'all
Air Force.
y'all wanna
and
make a
even I
$1
didn't say
bet?
that.
Who's gonna fuck up the very first time on this deployment?
I got $2 on.
All right, names. Go ahead. Let's call.
Yeah, who we got?
Let's see, Romero. Got money on Romero.
I got $2 on it.
Had to park it at that end of the runway too.
Don't hate me because
Right?
Gotta get your steps in.
Yeah, right.
If you got rid of that yee ass haircut.
Actually, I take
Hey,
my
bitches
bet.
already
It's not
did.
gonna be Romero. It's gonna be Gunner.
Sir.
Well,
Hey,
Think about it. Next time
Butler.
we'll be doing this, we'll hope
I got
Yeah,
I got $5 on it, bro.
January.
I'm surprised. I'm
I
surprised.
got
dude.
20 on you.
I got $5. Let's do it.
You literally heard a guy say that he bounced his head off the
He is
concrete
the
numerous
chair force
times, and you
president.
chose me
No,
as the guy
it
that
was
gonna
just
fuck up.
one time I bounced my head off concrete. Other times are handlebars, dirt, and steering
Like
wheel.
that one crackhead kid that got hit in the head with the basketball on Vine. He was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
yeah.
Not a Hilton for miles.
Yeah.
I just wonder where we're landing.
No air conditioner in sight.
Yeah, bro, you couldn't put this fucking KC-130 a little bit closer?
What? It's definitely not a Casey.
Oh, sorry. I didn't say.
KC-130.
My bad. My bad. My bad. My bad. My bad.
Fucking Marine Corps, son.
Yup.
Why the
that's
fuck
great.
didn't he put the CH-47?
That's what I'm saying.
It's like, why is it
Give
taking him
me-
so
give me-
long to
give
get to
me-
this A10?
Yeah, bro, for real.
Yo, I'm
Give me
sorry,
my,
guys. These feet are mad
great
slow.
grandpa.
Right? It's all good.
Give him-
Yeah, gang. Dude, I'm sorry, guys. These feet are fucking slow as hell.
Yeah, I hate Arma controls.
Damn, y'all see the Fly Boys back there? Someone's doing laps around the whole entire.
I just watched the Dirty Dozen yesterday, and I feel like Franco.
Good.
Dude, Sora,
Got
Sora's
all
on a
of us
different
there.
level.
I just watched that today.
Oh, someone in fuck oops.
What do you say about Sora up there?
Oh, I said you guys are on a different level.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Yeah.
But now,
Oh, okay, thanks.
because you're about to bully me,
One
now I'm
entire
gonna
other
insult
level.
you.
A whole nother.
I can't. What? Hey, I'll come up there. Okay. Hey, I gotta get with you after this, man. Okay. You got a couple of minutes. Oh yeah, sure. Okay, cool. Hey,
Oh,
is
fuck
your
yeah, bud.
DCS up and running?
Yeah, bro.
Sex.
Mine? Yes. No. But I gotta get with you with one of the guys I fly with. Okay.
Butler smells like dill pickles and vinegar.
Ugh.
Gunner, how are your
Buddy,
MVGs
You
attached
smell
to
like
your
goat
head?
cheese,
Don't worry
bitch.
about that.
Dude, you smell like dirty socks.
You smell like your mom's taint.
Romero,
Ugh.
you eat the fucking TV buttons off the remote.
Wow. Savage.
Carl,
Treat
you're
'em
more
like
inbred than a
dummies.
sandwich, bro.
You're more inbred than a sandwich.
Your family tree's a fucking wreath.
I think
Dude.
the wrong gay to stop eating.
Dude, you put boiled hot dog water in your fucking plastic refillable bottle.
Called hot ham water, thank you.
Dude, in the morning, you wake up every morning and eat a bowl of retardios.
Dude, you pay for Tinder and listen to Nickelback by choice.
Oh.
Or do you love pressing W?
Use this shampoo and conditioner, boy.
Hey, Alt F4 has actually auto walk.
Oh, thanks, Rich.
Actually doesn't work in this game.
Dude, some
doesn't
guy,
work.
some
Unless you
guy
hit
fell
escape.
for that Alt F4 thing on Squad today when I was playing.
Even then, I can't.
This
get
was
it.
mad funny, bro.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh yeah, I can get it to work. Watch.
Oh, yeah, okay,
Just
bye.
hit shift 5 times. That'll fix you right up.
Yeah, right?
On a serious note, though, King, if you can hear me, bro, why the fuck didn't we get shut up to this damn
Honestly, why the
plane,
fuck?
bro?
Dude,
Why
if
didn't
this
we
was
get
real
shut
life, we'd all be bitching. We'd be like,
Oh, yeah.
fucking goddamn unit can't
Dude,
even
maybe
get
walk
buses
on
to
this
the plane.
fucking
Fucking
airfield.
cheer force, man.
Cheer for
Bunch of crybaby infantrymen.
No wonder they parked way down here.
us.
Wow, low budget unit.
They parked the
Couldn't even get a
C-17 here so that
ride.
the Air Force crew can claim hazard pay.
Hazard pay.
Yeah,
well,
they're already getting
Good
paid
one,
more
bro.
than we
I
are.
think I slipped a disc. I can't get on the plane.
Right?
Shotgun.
Take a round of the face then.
Like, if it's not, hey, we're deploying kind of video picture
Can
deal,
you just fry me
there
up
would
in
be
the back?
definitely a vehicle pulling up with us.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Oh, unloading all that freaking gear.
Gear.
Here.
We have it on our
Yeah,
backs
got
already.
lasers.
Like how all the pilots are just chilling in their
There'd be a lot of extra
Haji
shit we
Babas.
drop
And their
anyway.
man jammies.
And jammies, bro. Respect.
Dish dashes, technically.
Together fly.
Check
but
mustache.
comfortable. Hey, this
Dish
is what I
dasher.
wear when I'm at home.
Hey guys,
They're
we got our
deuce
HVTs behind us.
stash, if you
Honestly, that's not a stretch.
No, this is our interpreter.
Not
Hey,
behind us,
boys,
but-
deployment's over.
Really don't
We got
want to
it.
have to run back down the
They say that are
airfield.
very happy we
Can
are
we
here
just-
defending freedom.
We have
I
Mish.
thought those
Sick.
firebombs last night were wicked, dude.
That's fucking wicked, dude.
Not even straight.
We big American friends are going to blow you up, dude.
A fucking angle.
You better show us some blown up
All right,
tanks, and my
gentlemen.
American friends are fuck you up.
Can everyone hear me? Way in the back
Nope.
there?
Yep.
Yeah.
All
What?
right. First of all, I want to apologize for missing out on parts fucking 10% through 100% of training. My brother came home today. I'll leave it at that. Anyways, moving on. I appreciate all the time that you guys have put into this group, commitment, and just willingness to stick it out through times that are maybe not as pleasant as others. This campaign, this deployment is kind of what we've been working towards for almost a full year at this point. Some of you have been here less than that. Some of you have been here just as long as everyone else, right? Some of the OG members. This point is the point that we were reaching for almost a year, where we can actually build something great and step off on it with a large group of dudes, right? If you ask any of the fucking original members if they thought we would have this many motherfuckers standing up, lining up on the tarmac ready to rock out on deployment, and the deployment's going to be as complex as it is, I don't think anyone would believe you. Okay, so just understand that we have our issues at this group, as I'm sure everyone is aware of. Right, we've been through some stuff. Okay, we have our issues, but we end up here. Right, the standard is still the same. The group is still the same. The mission is still the same. Right, what you guys have done at this group is baffling to say the least. All right, so once we hop in there, just go ahead, find a seat, sit down. You're good to log off at that point. We'll see you tomorrow. But again, just understand that some of us have been working almost a year to step off on this fucking deployment tomorrow, right? And so we've chosen to bring you guys with us. We want to bring you guys with us. No pre-deployment movie. Well, yeah. So we'll hop in Discord. I already see a lot of you guys in there, right? We'll hop in Discord and watch something. Maybe Band of Brothers, because I know that kind of an anniversary for them, and they're also just the world's first fucking soft group. So
Fucking Quaker.
But I just want to say that I appreciate you guys, right? Sticking it out through all of the shit that we've been through as a group. If you're from 375 and you dealt with that shit and you came over and helped build something new, thank you. Right? If you stuck it out when we were, we had 8 dudes on the roster and we ran our first selection with no previous experience, and you stuck it out when we tried to figure that shit out, thank you, right? If you're one of the pilots who showed up, right, and dealt with someone who doesn't know aviation, telling you how to fly, basically, right? Thank you. But at the end of the day, you guys, we already have one casualty.
Man down.
At the end of the day, right, it's important that you guys understand that this is your group, not my group, not Spider's group, not Ahab's group, Coker's group, Cav's group, Rich's group, right? The reason that we're able to do this kind of stuff is because every single person here shows up consistently and is a good fucking dude. All right? So tomorrow, just show up, be ready to rock, be locked in, understand that there's probably not going to be a lot of fucking shooting that's going down, but there will be, it's all part of the storyline. Okay? Yeah.
Throw something out there real quick, King.
Yep.
Hey guys, listen. I want to thank you guys all for letting me come back. I know it was a fucking shitty fucking thing that happened. I hope we can all move past it. I missed you guys. Missed playing with you guys, and really appreciate again. You guys giving me the opportunity to come back and operate with you guys again.
Once a brother, always a brother.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Good shit.
Good to have you back, buddy.
Let me ask this: has anyone been in a unit that is equivalent or better than this group?
My first unit, so I don't know.
No. Keg.
You don't count ever, Gunner. Shut up.
Roger.
SD.
I've only been
Alright,
around 20
well,
minutes, so no.
With that fucking add that to the quote board, we're gonna load them up, boys.
I used to LARP in the national park, and that was pretty cool.
Pretty high speed on that, bro.
That was pretty good.
I hate your guts. I hate your guts, Crow.
And I'm gonna kiss your forehead.
Go!
Get the fuck on the plane.
What'd you say? The foreskin head?
I'm a fucking. Ooh.
It's all right. He's blushing. He's not steaming. He's blushing.
This is like a shopping mall with wings.
Well, boys, this is what a can.
Oh my God! There's a Cinnabon.
They have everything here.
Yeah, we gotta sit on these.
Everything except comfort.
43 hours.
I don't think the Earth is that big, but
Well, we're going around twice.
gotta be at the back of the bird. It's Arma.
Banana bus.
It's not gonna look good for the video.
No, it's not.